Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. So today I want to talk about something that I personally struggle with a lot, and that's staying motivated. I know it's something that a lot of people also struggle with because, be honest, it's hard. We can lose it like in an instant. You can lose it just as fast as you get your motivation. And so I want to just want to share a few tips, some few funny tips that I've come across in my days, and just uh just uh just have a little fun with it. Share it to the world. Also, if you have any tips to help you stay motivated, make sure to leave in the comments. I really appreciate hearing them. Whatever helps you would be nice. Maybe you can help someone else too. So yeah. So my first tip is, it's a very simple tip but very effective, and that is to put on pants. I know a lot of us are staying at home still, and it's very easy to want to wear comfortable clothes. Sweatpants, sweat shorts, sweats, sweatshirts. So it's easy to succumb to that, but it's good to put on pants. Putting on pants it changes you. It changes your whole demeanor because, it enhances what you're doing before. It gets you into a sort of place where like, all right, now I'm wearing pants, so now I have to do this. Have you ever seen a businesswoman before where they're wearing pants or skirts? I wish I could wear skirts because, man, I would feel so much cooler. Like, actually cooler. My body would feel cooler. But also, businesswomen work twice as hard as businessmen do. So, that's extra motivation because they do even more than the regular businessman does. And get paid less, which, that's not good. That's not good. So, you know what? I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to take my own advice and put on pants. All right. You can see. I'm gonna take out my pants now. Psych, you thought I wasn't wearing pants? You perv? You wanted to see me without pants on? Well, guess what? I was wearing pants the whole time. And you didn't even know it. Here's a less silly tip that I have, and that's setting small, doable goals, because I feel like having this large goal in mind, something that's very big that you want to accomplish, that's the overall thing, can be pretty daunting. It can almost like paralyze you from starting it just because it seems so big and overwhelming that you don't even want to start it. And so you're like, that's a lot to do. I don't know if I can do that. So my advice is to do and set small goals. Small goals that you can actually do, something that's just a little progress that you can inch by, just get around to doing it. Make it so you can push further to the actual goal you want. And so it can be very small. My psychiatrist actually told me this one that's very good. And this is along the lines of also, it's called cognitive behavioral therapy, which it's pretty much just science jargon for setting small goals to, it's weird to say, but sort of like trick your mind into making progress. So say you want to go to the gym more. And what you can do is, every day you make a small step. So say your first day, you don't actually go to the gym, but you put your gym shoes on, your exercising shoes. And the next day, I don't know, you could make it to the door. And then the next day, you actually get in your car. And maybe you could drive. Maybe you don't actually drive to the gym, but you can actually drive and make progress, and so on. You make those small goals and doing better and better. So that's called cognitive behavioral therapy. The idea is to set these small goals, that way you can progress to what you want, and it doesn't feel so overwhelming. It feels like something that you can actually do. All right, so here's a really fun tip for people that like to snack, that like a little bit of sweets in their life. Okay. And that's actually to eat chocolate. Chocolate's actually really cool because what it does, it actually releases some neurotransmitters, which is just brain chemicals that causes reactions to go on your brain. And so chocolate can actually release dopamine, serotonin, and some other good positive chemicals that really get your brain going. They make you motivated. So, if you're ever just looking a little bit of struggle and you have some chocolate lying around, or you go to anywhere where you can pick up just a chocolate bar or whatever, you can do that and get yourself some chocolate to help you keep motivated. Here's another cool one that you wouldn't really think about regularly, just in your normal life. And that actually is that you should surround yourself with the color green. I know, right? Why would I do that? That doesn't really do anything. But it actually has to do with that colors can evoke emotions, you know? The reason why stop signs and stoplights are red is because when you see the color red, you react to it faster, you know? It evokes their urgency. And green can promotes positive emotions and invokes creativity. You know, there's a couple studies that I'll link into the description of the video where green really invokes a good sense of emotion. So, you know, I have this flower pot for for when I had a flower in here because it was growing really well and I felt so motivated. I was like, I want to take care of this. Then it died, but that was my fault because I left out in the sun when I really shouldn't have, and because it really wasn't. No, because I read somewhere that I should have put it in the sun, but whatever. Just surround yourself with colors, with green colors, you know? Surround yourself. Get some plants. I got this color gel for just lighting stuff. So look at this. See? You see this little bit of green on me? That's not good. See? Do you know how motivated I feel right now? So motivated. I feel just incredibly motivated. Actually, when I was making this video, I was struggling to be motivated to make it. And then I put this on this light, and I felt a lot more motivated afterwards. Like, well, everything is green now. So you should be incredibly motivated. You should just be motivated the shit out right now. You're welcome. So this next one, apparently, if you strike a powerful pose, it gets you motivated. So there's actually studies about this. I'm making fun of it because I'm a moron, but there is actual studies that show that if you have a power pose for a couple minutes at a time, it can actually motivate you. But since I'm an idiot, I can't take it seriously. So these are poses I feel powerful in. I was Superman for Halloween one year, so this is why I feel powerful. But if you strike powerful poses, you can't see it, but I'm very much sticking my butt out right now. So the idea is just be powerful. Strike powerful poses. This is a common powerful pose. Put your hands on your hips, shake them side to side, turn around, do it again. This is definitely a powerful pose. Strike fear into the heart of your enemies. Have your leg up on the table. They'll be so confused, they'll feel powerless. And you'll feel powerful. Yeah. Alright, so now, I've told you all the funny ones that I've had. So now I'm actually going to share some more serious motivation tips I can give you. And the first one I have is to have a support system, you know, that can either be just some people that you know, some friends, family, that can help encourage you to stick with your goals of what you want to be motivated about. It can be super useful. Just tell them, like, hey, I have this thing that I want to do, and it'd be really helpful if you could remind me, just catch up with me sometime just to make sure I'm doing that. And I really appreciate it. Something along those lines is super useful, you know? Having that extra source of just motivation, someone else there to help you, could be a huge accessory to helping you get to do what you want. And so this is another one that I feel like it's a lot. It has to do with motivation that really just like kills your motivation is when like you beat yourself up over not staying with your goals or not being able to be motivated, which just doesn't help. It's obviously, it makes sense why it doesn't help, but still we do it to ourselves, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally. Because, you know, you want to stick with this, and so it can feel so discouraging when you're like, oh man, I really want to do this. I'm such a failure. I didn't do it. I feel just the worst about it. And it's not a good feeling. It doesn't feel great to do that. It doesn't feel great to just put yourself down. So don't beat yourself up. It's okay. Sometimes things just don't work out. It happens all the time. It happens to the best of us. All you can do is be able to stick with your goals in the future. You know, it can happen at some time. It didn't happen right now, but it can happen later. As long as you keep trying, it will happen. I promise you that. Just keep trying to stick with your goals. That's what the most important things. Don't lose that. Keep them in your mind. Keep them with you. And here's the last one. You know, this is a good way to end the video. And, you know, it's to celebrate your victories. You know, I'm actually... funny about it is that I'm still in the victory of being motivated to make this video even. I actually struggled a lot. I think I talked about it in this video already. But I struggled to make this video to stay motivated. It's funny. It's counterintuitive in this sort of a way. Be like, oh, you're talking about why and how you should be motivated. Well, not why, but how to stay motivated and how to get motivation. And you're not even motivated? What a liar, Practice what you preach. Which I was. I am actually following these tips to, in this video that I shared, I'm actually using these tips to make this video and to make other videos to stick with my goals, to stay with what I want. So if that's a little encouragement in its own way, hey, why not? But yeah, so celebrate your own victories, dude. Celebrate them. Because even it could be the smallest goal possible. Any sort of victory is a victory. It's one step forward than you were before. You could, any sort of achievement that you made, any sort of victory that you made is one you didn't have yesterday or day before that. It's a step forward, and that's what it is to get to your goal. You have to keep making those step forwards. You have to keep going forward. So you should celebrate that. Pat yourself on the back. Do something nice for yourself. Just be like, yeah, dude. I did it, man. I did it. Celebrate that. And I'm sure that you'll find that it'll actually help your motivation in the long run, Because you can look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember all those times. Yeah, it was good. I did that day, and I did this that day, and did that. So yeah, it can help that too. So that's definitely something I would always remember, celebrate those little victories. And until the point where it's that big victory, like, huzz, freaking yeah, dude, you made it. You did good job. Good for you. So, I think that's all the tips I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. If you want to see more videos from me, definitely subscribe. Also, if you haven't done it yet and have some own tips to stay motivated and to get motivated, make sure to put those in the comments below. I will read all of it. I do really appreciate everything you have to say. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.